From the city no longer being in NBA 2K25 to them potentially adding something called the blowout feature, so when you blow out your opponents, you no longer have to play the full game. For them also speculating that PC players will no longer have to play current gen games that 2K drops, but potentially the next gen feature. There are a lot of speculations and rumors regarding NBA 2K25 as we approach that season. But before we start anything, y'all know the drill. Yo, what it do, YouTube, man? It's your boy IQ, and finally back from a little vacation, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, back with another banger video, man. Now look, I need y'all to peep this right here. We are 99 subscribers away from 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. Give yourself a round of applause because 4K IQ is loading and is coming very shortly. But before we even continue and talk about all the success we've been having on the channel, let's get back to the topic on hand. So I need everyone right now to leave a like and drop in the comment section down below. What is one thing 2K needs to do to make this game a top 10 2K of all time? Now let's get straight into the video, man. Let's go. All right, y'all, let's get this started real quick. Let's go. The first tweet we're going to be talking about is from my boy NBA2K25 community. And in this tweet, he talks about something that has been advocated for over the past couple of years, and it is called the blowout feature. For those that don't know what the blowout feature is, let me just give you a quick explanation. When you're playing the rec center and you're up 30, 40, 50, there should be something called the blowout feature. So you are not forced to finish the game when you know that you're going to beat that team by an excessive amount of points. Not only that, you will also be rewarded about 300 to 500 VC for blowing them out on top of the VC you would have already earned if you were to finish that game. So Shoot made a tweet and NBA 2K25 commented and it says NBA 2K25 needs the blowout feature. And this is the video on the screen right here, and I want you guys to focus on the top right corner, and there's a setting where if you want to turn on the blowout feature, meaning that when you hit 30 points blowout, you have an option to close out that game and move on to the next, or you can leave it off and still play out the full game even though you're blowing them out. Take a look at the clip on the top right. Here it is.
What if there was an option throughout sports games called the blowout feature? An optional feature that you can toggle on and off before you start matchmaking. And if it's on, you'll matchmake with other people using the feature. But we want to see this in action. So you see on the top right, it tells me 40 points is a standard blowout. That's how much I got to blow out my opponent by in order to end this match early, get my rewards, move on to the next match. All right, you notice now the score, we're up 39 points. This match should have been over. But if I score one more bucket with the blowout feature, this match should end. And look at that. No having to deal with my opponent excessively pausing and calling timeout. No chance of the opponent getting on the mic, cussing me out, calling me a sweat for blowing them out by 40 points. Nah, none of that. I get my VC. I get to move on to the next match. My boy at the blowout feature been working on this for a really long time, trying to get this in the game. Let me know if y'all think this will be a good feature.
As you guys can see on the screen at the end, I'm going to put the screenshot right here. I'm put the screenshot right here. It says, white team wins, 40-point blowout reached, 300 VC. So on top of the VC that they would have earned for finishing the game, due to them reading the 40-point requirement, which will be classified as a blowout, they were awarded 300 VC on top of the VC that they made, as well as rep and all of that. And then there's more and more tweets to talk about this blowout feature in NBA 2K24. As you can see from my boy DNail314_, he says, how ironic. And it was the Dallas Mavericks and the Minnesota Timberwolves, and it says 30-point blowout reach. So with this blowout feature, all it really is if you're beating a team by an excessive amount, you should be able to you shouldn't be forced to finish the game. You should be rewarded for you reaching a status or reaching a requirement to be it, to make it classified as a blowout. That's the first thing that we're talking about. Now, the second thing we want to talk about is from Sensei Young Swan, and he says, do you want to be able to sub in and out your builds in the rec for NBA 2K25? Now, I believe on one of his YouTube videos, someone by the name of Theron Carson Downloads made a comment, and it read this: What do y'all think about the idea that if you have multiple builds, you will be able to sub them in and out of the rec? That would be dope. Plus, it would make people want to make more than one build. Think about it, 2K. More money for y'all greedy asses. All right, what he's basically saying is, think about it like this. During halftime, during timeouts, say your team is losing by 5 points in the fourth quarter and it's 2 minutes left. You guys were all lacking because you guys didn't have a lock. You call a timeout and you're able to open your little dashboard side menu and sub in your lock build to finish out that game. That would be dope, to be able to sub in and out your builds. That would honestly be, that would be crazy. And on top of that, yes, it would make people want to make more than one build, because say I got on my big man this game, but we need a stretch and I'm on my inside. Okay, timeout, sub in my stretch. Here we go. Let's get to playing the game. That would be something really dope for 2K to add. Now, the next tweet that we're going to be looking at is from NBA 2K25 community, and he says 2K should honor Jerry West as the cover athlete for NBA 2K25 and add a logo challenge mode featuring his best moments of his career. Just saying. As you guys know, rest in peace to Jerry West. He just recently died about 1 to 2 weeks ago. And to be honest, he is the logo, and I don't think he's ever had a cover on a 2K game, and he's literally the logo of the NBA, literally. And I don't think he's ever had a cover for NBA 2K. So if you guys want to see Jerry West on the legend cover due to his passing and him being the logo, drop a comment in the comment section down below. NBA 2K25 also made another tweet and said NBA 2K should break out the 3-point rating in NBA 2K25 into 2 different ratings to upgrade. One being standing 3-point attribute and the other one being moving 3-point attribute. What they mean by standing, if you're spotting up and you're catching the ball and shooting, that would be classified as a standing 3-point rating. But if you're catching and you're fading to 3, if you're catching and you're doing a crossover, then shooting, that would be classified as a moving 3-point rating. So would you guys want to see 2 different 3-point ratings? In my opinion, I feel like that's just more VC being added on to making our build even more complicated. I personally don't know. My opinion, I feel like standing, catch and shoot, it's the same thing. At the end of the day, you're still shooting a 3-pointer. It's just, I feel like the level of difficulty when it comes to timing it may be a little bit different. NBA 2K25 also made another tweet and said, will NBA 2K25 Next Gen be on PC? Here's what we can expect. For those that don't know, yes, 2K comes out on PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, all the consoles that you can think of. Now, when it comes to PC, they have only been able to play the current gen version of the recent 2K. Meaning NBA 2K24, they were in the neighborhood, they weren't in the next gen city. In NBA 2K23, they were on the cruise ship, they weren't in the next gen city. And it's so on and so on and so on. PC has always had the current gen version of NBA 2K, and the reason being, I personally feel it was due to them doing a lot of hacking, due to them doing a lot of stuff that shouldn't have been done for them to be rewarded with the next gen version of the game. But in my opinion, I feel like it is time to lose the vendetta and just give them a next gen game. It's more money at the end of the day. Last tweet we got right here is from my boy Griff JN, and he said, what would you do if you load up NBA 2K25 and the 2K18 part was be here? Now, in my opinion, I would love 2K18's park back in NBA 2K25. I already made a video about this already. I said I would love to see NBA 2K18 and NBA 2K21's parks be in 25. You can do either one because, like I said, we only experienced those one time. We got the cruise ship back-to-back years in 22 and 23. We got the city in 23 next gen and 24 next gen. We had neighborhoods in 19 and 20. You feel me? We didn't really get to experience 18 and 21's park except for 1 year for current gen. So in my opinion, I personally feel like you should bring it back. Now, this next segment right here, it's going to be a 2-minute video clip of Ronnie 2K speaking back in NBA 2K20. We had to throw it back a little bit. And a lot of people have been discussing why 2K hasn't just, you know, opened up old servers like NBA 2K16 and stuff like that, like how Fortnite did Fortnite OG. Why can't 2K do 2K OG? And Ronnie 2K in a 2-minute video clip explained why 2K would be unable to open back up old servers, and I'm gonna make my comments at the end. Here's what he had to say.
Every game, think about your player file compared to another video game. Think about it. We got, how many My Team cars did we release last year? 3,100, 3,200, something like that. Oh, well, High Tech is just going to make a better game, which you can go back and... He's going to make 2K17, so go play 2K17 from High Tech. Nothing is impossible. How would you know? Are you a developer? Are you an engineer? I'm just trying to understand, like, what are you talking about? We save so much information on people, it's crazy. Your VC, your My Team points, your stats, your cards, your clothing, your... there's no other game that does that. So we have to... You know, for a long time, we left servers up forever. It was because we didn't actually maintain very much data. Now we maintain so much data. It's wild. Now look, maybe Next Gen changes this. You know, like maybe Next Gen, you can store all that stuff somewhere else and it's not a massive load. I don't know. But as of now, on this generation of console, we run out of space. So it's really that simple. That's why 2K16, 2K17, you can't turn it back on. Nor, you know, would we. The other thing is, and I've said this a million times too, the last thing we want to do is split the player base. We want as many people playing this as possible, so you guys can all enjoy the same thing. Now, if you don't, you know, that's our number one priority, to keep the community together, to get you guys excited collectively. And I know you're going to say, oh, we're not excited, blah, 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 but it's really important for us to maintain that. So between those two reasons, and they're two very big reasons and justified reasons, it's really that simple.
Now that you guys heard what Ronnie had to say, here's my opinion. That may all be true, but you said that you couldn't reopen. You never said that you couldn't retweak. You never said that you couldn't redesign. What if we took an old layout, redesigned it into a newer game with newer features, and see what happens? You never know what happens unless you try. That is just my personal opinion. Y'all in the comment section down below, are y'all buying what Ronnie is saying, or are y'all thinking it's straight cap? All right, I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's something like every NBA 2K25 information you guys can think of, I will be your source and guide with reliable information, with facts on the screen as we progress. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe. As you guys can see, we are 99 subscribers away from that big 4,000. So let's take this journey. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. It's been your boy IQ. I'm out. Peace.
It's okay to be falling so deep. I've been lost in my mind, zoned out, but I'm still falling in love with this other side of me right now. Love.